guide you through a series of dynamic stretches that are great to counteract the effects of sitting through a long day at the office. So we're going to start working at the feet and the ankles and work our way up through the body. Let's start for the feet. We're going to need a wall, and it's best to do, we can do this all on socked feet. Okay, so slip off your shoes, and we're going to come up against a wall and try and slide your toes down the wall until the ball of your foot hits the floor. Okay, so we're going to stretch through the toes. Now square your hips off so you're facing the wall and your toes are facing forwards. And then we're going to add a little bit of movement by bending the knee towards the wall and then coming back away from it. Try to go straight over your toes versus collapsing into the center. And we're going to do 5 of them. And on the 5th one, we're going to add a 5-second hold. So we're going to hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come out of it, and we'll try the other foot. Take your toes, slide them down the wall till the ball of your feet touches the ground. Hips are square, both feet are pointing forwards, and then we bend that front knee as far as you can, and then ease it off. So with any of these stretches, you never want to go into a pain range. So you just go as far as you can. You might notice as you go along, you might get a little bit more movement and be able to go a little further with each rep. Now we're going to go in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out of it. And then we're going to switch into the ankles. So we're still working at the wall, but this time your foot's flat on the floor. Again, squaring the hips off, both feet face the wall, and we're going to bend the knee to the wall or as far as you can, and then ease it off. And try to track that knee over the foot. Watch that it goes kind of between your big toe and your second toe, rather than collapsing in or heading over to the baby toe. And you just go as far as you can and back. If that's really easy, you can move your foot a little bit away from the wall and then practice it there. Now let's go in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come out of it. Switch sides. Setting up, foot's flat on the floor, hips are square, toes face forwards, and we bend that knee towards the wall. Ease it off. 2. You want to try and keep that heel flat on the floor. And back. We'll do 2 more. And on this one, let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on off. Good. Now, the last one up against the wall is a great one basically for the whole back side of you. So you're going to stand kind of on an angle, leaning into the wall. Your hands are above your head, and we're going to baby step our hands and kind of walk down the wall, pushing your hips back and dropping your chest and your shoulders down towards the ground. And then we're going to walk it back up, baby steps, until we reach the start position. Then let's walk it back again. Each time you push your hips back a little bit further, your hands always stay higher than your chest. So if your back is really tight, there's no need to put your hands down here because you actually can't flatten out. You want to try and Drop the chest and the shoulders down towards the ground. Let gravity help take you down. And then we come up, walk it up. We're gonna do 3 more. Baby step it down, push your hips back. Keep your knees soft, so you never wanna lock out your joints. And if your legs or anything starts to shake, you've gone just a touch too far for the length of the muscles. So just back it off a little bit. Walk it down 2 more times. And hold. If you exhale as you sink down, sometimes you can go a little bit further. And then walk it back up. Let's go 1 more time. Walk it back down. Send the hips back, chest comes down to the ground. And walk it back. Good. Then step towards the wall and come away. Now, the next one, we've got 1 more standing before we go down to the floor. This one I call picking daisies. So it's just like you're picking up flowers. So what we're gonna do, load up the back leg, stretch the front leg out and flex the toes. Send the hips back, so all the weight's on this back leg. And then we're gonna take our arms behind us and scoop down as if you're picking up a flower. And then we're gonna reach it up overhead. We're gonna do 5 of them. So reach back, scoop down, and up 2. This is gonna get into the calves, the hamstrings, the low back, and then you also get in some movement through the shoulders. Scoop down, reach up. And then 1 more time. If you find an extra tight spot, you can pause throughout the motion. So you can hold it here. Keep reaching, reach, reach, reach. And then we're gonna switch to the other side. So 1 leg out in front, load up the back leg, lift the toes. Arms go back and your hips go back. Reach down. And then reach up tall. We're gonna go for 5. And scoop. Up. 2. Hips go back, reach for the ground. 3. And scoop. 4. Last one. Scoop. And 5. Good. Let's move everything down onto the ground on all 4s. So we're going to start by working through the spine and working through some cat-cows. So we're on all 4s. Our hands are about shoulder width apart. We're going to drop our head and look towards your belly button. Try to round your spine. Push the ground away. And then we're going to flatten out and just bring your head kind of into a neutral position. So you're not overextending, no need to look up, you're just going to kink your neck. Tuck the chin in, round. Think about tucking the tailbone under. And then flatten everything out. We're going to go again, curl. Remember, don't enter any pain range. Further doesn't always necessarily mean better. But you want to try and work through every little bit of your spine and kind of articulate through every vertebrae. 1 more time. Tuck it in. And flatten it out. Now we're going to counterbalance that by kind of doing a snake position. So we went forwards, up and down. Now I want to go a little bit side to side. So we find a neutral spine. So think, pull your belly button in. You're on all 4s. We're going to push the hip over to the right. And then you're going to look over your left shoulder. Then we're going to come back past your neutral. Go to the left, look over your right shoulder. And then back to the center. Shift the hip to the right, look over your left. Should feel a pull in through the side. And then back. Shift the hip to the left, look right. You can use your hands to give you a little bit extra push into the ground to give you an extra little stretch. Go over to the right, look left. Back to neutral. And again. And then one more time. Over. Back. And over. And back. Let's just push back into a child's pose. Feet together, knees about the width of your mat. And send your hips back towards your heels and reach your arms as long as you can. Take a couple deep breaths. Now, if this bothers your knees, you can put a pillow or something so that you don't get as much flexion through your knees. And then that's kind of that one. Let's move on to your back. We're going to do some windshield wipers, so opening up through the low back and the hips. So laying flat on your back. Arms can just be relaxed out your side. You're going to drop your legs side to side. Again, you're not forcing anything. Just moving it left and right. Letting gravity help you out. If you find a tight spot, you can just hold it there. And then come back through the center and hold here. One more time. Left. And right. Good. Now, let's straighten one leg out. Give one leg a hug. Bring that knee up towards your chest. And then we're going to draw some circles with our hips. So we're using our hands to scoop this hip around. Let's go 5 in the other direction. So try not to muscle it with your legs. Try to use your hands to help guide your leg. Now from here, pause in the center and then straighten the leg up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot and then bring it back down. Stretch up, flex the foot. Bring it back down. Up, flex. 2 more. Up, press. 1 more. And down. Let's stretch that leg out, hug the other one in. We're gonna scoop. So you can grab around the shin, around the leg, wherever is comfiest. You can even use like a towel or a strap or a t-shirt even, if you can't quite reach your leg. And then you can hold on to that. And let's draw the circles the other way. 4 and 5, and then we're going to stretch out. So reach up to the ceiling, flex the foot, and then bring it back down. Stretch up, flex the foot, relax, bend down, up, flex, and down. 2 more, up, flex, down. Last one, up, flex, and down. Let's bring that other leg back in and give yourself a little hug. You can stay here. You can rock a little bit side to side, Or you can give yourself a good squeeze and make yourself into a tiny little ball. And if you can, roll yourself all the way up. We're going to come into a seated position. If cross-legged doesn't feel great, you can sit back on your chair. That's your choice. But we're going to just get up into the neck. So we're just going to practice pulling that chin back. Tilt the head over to the side, bring the ear close to the shoulder. Take the opposite hand and press away. And you should feel a lengthening down through the neck and the traps. And then relax the hand, bring that in, bring your head back up. Tilt your head to the other side. Press that hand away, that deepens the stretch. You should feel it pull all the way down from the neck. And then relax the arm, bring the head back up. Grab onto your hands, clasp them either like this or push them away. And what you're going to do is you're going to push away, hollow out your front, tuck your chin in, and you should feel a good stretch through the upper back and across the shoulder blades. And then you can relax back up. We're going to do it 3 times. So from here, push away, look down, and then relax. And one more time, clasp your hands, push away, tuck, and then come back up. And one final stretch I have for you is just shoulder rolls. So trying to shrug, open, bring them back down, up and around. You can do this one whenever, when you're sitting at, you just need a break from staring at the computer. Now let's go forwards, around. 3, 4, and 5. Good, so that completes a full body series of some movements, starting from the ground, working our way up. Hopefully that helps you feel a little bit more limber, gives you a good break at the office, and gets you out of the computer desk, and helps you out feeling a little less stiff and creaky from a long day. Hope you have a good rest of your afternoon, and bye for now.